Hello and welcome to the next instalment in the Burton Albion Master League. Last time round we had a pretty good start, I would say. 4 points from a possible 6 against a good couple of sides perhaps. And we've got another couple of tough games coming up ahead. Away at Carrow Road, Norwich are the home side. It's going to be a tough little test, but I'm feeling ready. I'm feeling ready to crack on, and I think we should do just that. So this is the team I'm going to line up with. As you can see, a few changes. Despite the fact that O'Grady has got 2 from 2, he is looking a bit tired and is not in the best of form. So we're going to stick Tammy Abraham in there for his debut. A couple of changes at the back as well. Tom Flanagan is coming in for Barker because he is pooped. And we're going to put Irvin, who's actually a centre mid by trade, but he can fill in very capably at right back for Brayford. And I think that'll do it for now. I'm not going to have Lloyd Dyer as Capitan though. We'll give that to Ben Turner. Okie dokie, how do we stack up with Norwich here? I mean, they're a good side. They would have just been relegated, I believe. Yes? Yes. They would have just been relegated on this game. So, yeah, they're better everywhere, apart from Jamie Ward and Matty Jarvis, who are tied. But yeah, so it's going to be a tough little test, but I believe we've got it in us. So let's see what we can do against these lot. And as always, I'm going to pass over to my colleague Terry at BATV, and he will bring you highlights of this matchup. Thank you, Michael, and I'm up here in the gantry at Carrow Road as the mighty Burton Albion take on the Canaries of Norwich. Debut today for Tammy Abraham, sporting the lovely Brewer blue there. Promising young lad. Gotta say, it's unfortunate for O'Grady that he's dropped down to bench, given that he's got 2 in 2, but I think this young lad's got a lot of promise in him. Norwich fans in full voice there, and here's their lineup for this game. You got Ruddy in goal, experience there, experienced centre-half pair, experience throughout the team, to be honest with you. And Pritchard is a promising young talent. Speaking of promising young talents, don't get more promising than 16-year-old left-back Fitz. Tammy Abraham as well, as I say, making his debut. Irvin and Flanagan also in for their first starts of the season. When we were at Burton, of course, got 4 wins from a possible 4 points even from a possible 6. And we're underway. Norwich kicking from left to right. And it's pinged out to Howson. Nods it back to Evo Pinto. Lafferty. Pritchard. Cuts it across to Jarvis. He fires! Oh, and he's put it wide. Let off for Burton there. Not got out of the blocks early. It was well worked by Norwich. And it was turned inside. Pritchard cut it back to Jarvis, and the former West Ham man stuck it wide. Coming forward now, Burton. Out to Irvin, the right back. He comes back inside to Riley. Williamson. Over to Irvin, who swings it in. Oh, it's parried away. Abraham up for the header. Oh, and it's a comfortable save for Ruddy in the end. Promising start though. It's not forward. Bissong. Out to Brady. To Jarvis, lets it run through lovely. Lafferty knocks it back to Pritchard, back to Lafferty, to Howson. Oh, and a good left hand. I think it was actually his arm there from McLaughlin. Wardy with the corner, tosses it over. Well, they've all missed it at the front. It's come to Riley. Riley puts Burton Albion 1-0 up. The ball came over. He showed a bit of composure to bring it down, and he stuck it home. Oh, what a goal that is. Swung over, as I say, everyone missed it. Riley wasn't the best of first touches, and he somehow squeezed it through, and that's why you don't turn your back, defender. Show a bit of backbone, because what you do there, not literally, you've literally shown backbone, and Riley stuck it past you, and that's his first of the season. As the second half gets underway, Martin. Oh, that's a good tackle from Jarvis. And he's played it to Abraham. Abraham turns, fires. Oh, that's a good save, Wardy. Oh, he couldn't get there. And my apologies, it wasn't. That's the end of the first half. I was wrong earlier. Forget what I said. I'm talking rubbish. But yeah, that's the end of the first half. And a good first half for Burton there. And we begin the second half for real this time. Fitz looking long. It's nodded back. Wardy's done well there. Abraham, he's found Jarvis, he's got a bit of space, tries to put it bottom corner, and Ruddy with a strong hand turns it aside, and it's cleared away. And that's it. Wasn't much happening in the second half, but a professional performance. Thank you as always, Terry, and a thoroughly professional away performance from Burton there. Elsewhere in the league, away wins ahoy! Blackburn, Villa, Brighton and Bristol City. A lot of Bs there. And Brentford as well, who didn't manage to pick up an away win, but none of the home teams even got a goal. Apart from Preston, who stuck 4 of them away, beating Derby. Cardiff also got an away win, as did Wolves. Fulham and QPR played out a draw, and London Derby, Reading and Huddersfield played out a draw, as did Sheffield Wednesday and Wigan. So where does that win put us? We've got to be close to the top of the table, 6th. Only 2 points off top, but Brighton, Cardiff and Villa, 3 wins from 3 and looking mighty tidy at the top there. So they're the teams that we're going to need to haul in. We've got Leeds next, who have only got 3 points from their 3 games, so we can hope to do a number on them. Now we have received an offer for McFadzean from FC Copenhagen. He's our number 3 centre back. 200. I mean, it's not even $250,000. No point doing that for me unless he's on a big salary. Not particularly. No need to do that if you ask me. So that means that we're going to be taking on Leeds United at the Pirelli. Okay, so this is the side. First game for Stephen Bywater, as McLaughlin is tired and not on form. McFadzean, who just rejected the bid for coming in at centre-back, and McCrory coming in for Fitz. I mean, Fitz has been sensational, but he's just a bit tired, and McCrory is up for this game. Miller in on the left, Hindman in the middle. We bought, I'm going to call him Matty Harness on the right, even though I'm pretty sure that's not his name. And we're going for Ollie Cromwell up top, as Jarvis has been okay, but not really been getting much goals. To be fair, we've not exactly been free-flowing, rather, ourselves up top. How do we stack up with the mighty Leeds? Brayford is better than Berardi, and Ollie Cromwell's as good as Sacco, who I wouldn't say is an out-and-out striker if you ask me. No Chris Wood for them, which is controversial. But yeah, I'd say that it's going to be another tough game based on ratings, but we've shown already the ratings don't really matter. So once again, I'm going to be passing over to my colleague Terry, and he'll be taking you through proceedings. Thank you, Michael. And we're here, Burton Albion at the Pirelli, welcoming Leeds United, a team with such pedigree and history, against Leeds United. And I'm here looking forward to this game. Another win in the last game for Burton Albion. Good 1-0 win against Norwich. Leeds haven't had the best of starts this season, but they are a talented side. A few changes for this one. O'Grady's back in after Abraham's debut, and we're seeing what the boys in yellow can do. And we're underway. Leeds in the middle now. Diego Ara, Hernandez, Bridcut. What's he going to do? Out to Hernandez once more. Berardi, Bridcut, Sacco, lovely back heel to Dallas. Oh, and what a block there. Leeds coming forward again. Dallas, good tackle. But it's broken. Oh, and it's broken kindly for Hernandez. Hernandez. And he's swung it in. Should be dealt with. It's not, and Roof! He scored! The roof! The roof! The roof is on fire! And we care. Because we're 1-0 down. It was a lucky break that the ball broke to him in the first place out wide. But it wasn't the best of defending, and nothing that Bywater could do in fairness to him. Let's have a look at this once more. It broke. Williamson, I thought he'd have enough to get it off Hernandez, but Hernandez stayed strong, whipped it in. McFadden's just had a look as it sailed over his head, and Roof's there at the back stick to tuck it home. And it's 1-0, Leeds United. Burton with work to do. And that's the end of the first half. Second half begins now. Wardy on the left for Miller. Oh, and Janssen now. Oh, he's lost it to O'Grady. Oh, and he's fired it wide. Janssen, pressured by O'Grady, who hounded him, won the ball, took it perhaps a touch too early and snatched at it. As it broke, Janssen didn't clear. And it looks like Ollie Cromwell's gone out to the right here, with Jarvis taking the place up top. Jarvis now looks over Cromwell. Oh, he's burst past Taylor. Ollie Cromwell. Oh, he stuck it in the goal. Oh, and another. Oh, Ollie Cromwell. That's beautiful. Jarvis flipped it over to him. He beat Taylor to the ball and he's lashed it top Johnny's, and another for good measure. Shame it don't count for double. He's opened his account for the club, and what a way to do it. Slams it home. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Oh, and he's giving it away to Jarvis. Oh, and he's well tackled by Hansen. Williamson flies in, plays it to Jarvis once more. Oh, and his touch has just got away from him there. Poor, poor, poor. And that'll do it for proceedings today. A 1-1 draw, probably a fair result. Thanks again, Terry. And yeah, not our best performance, but we managed to get a draw of it. Cracking goal in the end. I promise, eventually, I'll be able to score more than one goal a game. Perhaps. Hopefully. Otherwise, it doesn't really bode well for our chances. Villa continued their great start with another smashing win. Same can be said for Brighton. They are scoring for fun, which can't be said about us. Brentford, again, winning. I realise now that it's in alphabetical order. That's why there was all the B's last time round. But, you know, you can forgive me for that one. Newcastle with a big old win. Who else was up there? I can't recall. Maybe if I'll see them, I'll remember. No, I can't remember. But some good wins there. Sheffield Wednesday, QPR with some big wins, as did Preston. I think we should be still in the playoff hunt. Actually, we moved up a spot. It was I can't remember. It was Cardiff, I think. That was at Cardiff. So Villa and Brighton are the only teams with 4 wins from 4. Both scored 11 goals. I mean, we're still undefeated, so you can't really complain too much with that. Best player in Europe, absolute travesty that it wasn't Callum Riley, but, you know, Leo Messi won it. I mean, Riley was probably second. It was Ronaldo and Thiago Silva. Robbed. Another game at home coming up. Yeah, go on, let's stick it in this episode as well. So we've got a home game, rather, against Barnsley. And this is the side. Chowdhury, the man whose hair can't fit in his picture, is getting a game at centre mid because he's up for it. And Ollie Cromwell, after his goal-scoring performance in the last game, is getting the start up top. And Flanagan is coming in for Barker, who is a bit tired because he is old. How do we stack up? Brayford once again is better. Actually, our keeper's better. In fact, our back 4 is pretty much, I'd say, better. Midfield, again, pretty similar. And the strikers, that Haradzil chap, is a pretty decent player actually, by the looks of it. But yeah, I'd say we stack up pretty well against them, which is different to usual. So we'll have to see how that pans out on the pitch. Can we actually score even more? There we go, score more. English is easy when you think about it. Score more than one goal in this game. Well, there's only one way to find out, and that is by passing over to old Terry to see what he's got to say about this old matchup. Thank you for joining me. I'm Terry Tompkins here with BATV, and we welcome Barnsley to the Pirelli Stadium. Another home game. Had a raft of them at the start of the season, and we come back off the draw with another Yorkshire side in Leeds. But promising things, just need to tighten up a little bit at the back. To be fair, we're not conceding many, but we're not scoring many either. Hopefully we can keep it tighter at one end and more flowing at the other end. We'll just have to see what happens. As we're underway, Burton Albion against Barnsley. Live. And Wardy whips in the corner. Flanagan, oh, nods it just wide, and my apologies, it's Riley. And he's got up well, whipped in, and nodded just wide. Played out the left now. White, looking forward. Oh, and there's a mix-up at the back. Oh, and Fitz manages to just scramble away. It's played forward. Cromwell, back to O'Grady. Oh, that's a comfortable save in the end. Not long. It's well nodded down. Winnell. Oh, and that's a fantastic challenge. Brayford now, looking long. It's won again by Barnsley. My apologies. Hamill. Over to Radzil. Back out to Hamill. He plays it forward. McLaughlin's come out to now the angle. Oh, he's swung it back. Oh, and it's an open goal. And he's plumbed it home. Williams is with the goal. And it's come out of nothing, really. Took us a touch by surprise as it was played forward. McLaughlin thought he was coming to narrow down the angle for the shot. And he's just cut it back. Intelligent play from Winnell there. Here it is, and he's just cut it back, and he couldn't miss. He's got it. O'Grady. Oh, that's a crunching challenge. Not sure that's... yeah, I'd say that's a yellow right there. Not sure what he was thinking there. O'Grady used his body well. And, oh, I tell you what. Look at them horrible Where's Wally socks. Christ, he deserves a booking for them alone. I know all of them are wearing them, so they all deserve a booking if you ask me. But what can Wardy do with this free kick? Lining it up as a pop. Ooh, just over the top. Well, it's picked up by Turner. Riley. To O'Grady. To Cromwell. Finds a way back to Riley. Riley shoots! Oh, and he's dragged it wide. It was a good bit of play there. O'Grady, Ollie Cromwell, Riley all involved. Cromwell was a cheeky little back heel, and Riley perhaps should have done better. Picked up. Jarvis. Abraham. Over to Cromwell, who's on the right, of course, now. Cromwell. Looking back to Jarvis. Out to Brayford, who cuts it back to Riley. Riley. To Wardy. Wardy has a pop. Oh, and it's tipped wide. Knocked forward now. Abraham. To Jarvis. Jarvis skips away. Back to Abraham. Abraham. He's got half a yard. Abraham. Oh, and it's a good save. And it's cleared out, but only as far as Fitz. Fitz to Ward. And that's blocked as it comes in. But corner to Burton. That's it. Keeping the pressure on. That's what we like to see. Abraham with the shot. Smothered in the end. And it's now another corner. Let's see what we can do with this one. Wardy. In it goes. It's a good ball in. Chowdhury's there. Chowdhury scores. And it's 1-1. Hassan Chowdhury with his first goal for the club. And no wonder it's an header. He's got all the cushion in the world up there as it just bounces off his bonce and into the corner. Whipped in. Thumping header. No saving those. And it's come forward. Chowdhury Good tackle. Abraham. Oh, he's gone down in instalments there. And what's the ref going to do? Probably a booking for him. Oh! Oh, he sent him off. He sent him off. I'm very surprised with that one. Not going to complain. I mean, it's late, but... Ooh. Goal kick now. Knocked on. Riley. Flicked on beautifully. Jarvis. Nods it down to Abraham. Abraham. To Jarvis. To Chowdhury. Chowdhury! Chow, do you like that one? I don't believe it. He's totally turned this game on its head. Hassan Chowdhury. Oh, his goal's better than my pun skills. But crikey, he's turned this one around and Burton are 2-1 up against 10-man Barnsley. O'Grady, to Abraham rather, to Jarvis, to Chowdhury, and he fires it across the keeper. And that surely puts Burton in the driving seat. Lovely. Any chance of a late chance here? No, it's headed out. Fitz gets it. And Chowdhury. Oh, he's burst through for his hat-trick. Oh, he would have been asking a lot as he's just screwed that one wide. But Hassan Chowdhury, he only came on partway through the game. And he's had an absolute stormer as he just gets past him with sheer desire, but screws it wide. And that's it. 3 points for Burton today. Hassan Chowdhury stole the show. 2-1 Burton. Didn't I tell you? Didn't I tell you, eh? I said I'd do it eventually. There we go. Lovely stuff. Villa continued their march. At the top, Brighton were pegged back by Blackburn. Birmingham, big away win. Cardiff as well. Leeds got a win, which is good to see. Fulham, they're up there. They got a big win against Newcastle. Surprising result that. Forest with a big away win as well. So I'm going to plump that we're near the top. No, we stayed exactly where we were. Mystic Michael, I am not. But much better going forward that game. So Villa sit top with 5 from 5. Brighton sit in second, and Cardiff, Sheffield Wednesday, ourselves and Fulham currently occupy the playoff spots. But let's be honest, it's only 5 games in. There's a hell of a lot of football left. Monthly report, lovely. Chowdhury, top goal scorer along with O'Grady. And we all know that the rating system on this game is broken. So I know it's already been a fairly long video with the 3 games, but it is the last day of the transfer window. If anything happens, I will join you once again. So Olympiacos have made a bid for Delaney, as they would do, and it's a very good bid. So yeah, I'm going to accept that. So Jiangsu Suning FC have made a bid for Barker, and it's a really good bid, to be honest with you. But he's a star player, 34 years old. I mean, he's not great, but he's a good player, and you know, he's captain and what have you. And with hours left, I don't really want to be scrambling trying to find a replacement. So whilst it's a cracking offer, I am going to turn it down on this occasion. If it had come a few days earlier, I might have had a look, but seeing as it didn't, I'm not. And a bid has been made for another one of our centre-backs, Flanagan, from Nassaf Karsi? FK? Yeah, me too. Flanagan's stepped in and done alright. He's not exactly great. He's a big lad though, and as I say, he stepped in and done alright. No need to sell him, especially not for that much, so no more business in the transfer window, but Chowdhury and Riley did get into the team of the month for August, so well done them two. And McLaughlin's got a bit better, so that's nice. So our next game is actually in the FA Cup, and we're taking on table toppers Villa in this one. It's a cup game, so I'll probably do a bit of rotation. As you can see on the right there, for January we've got 1.5 million in transfer budget and just under 500,000 for wages. So we're looking in a pretty decent position. So I'm fairly happy with things. So yeah, next time round we will take on Villa in the cup, and then we've got Blackburn, and if that all goes well, the third game as well, whomever that may be against. It's one of life's great mysteries. And yeah, if you enjoyed this one and are happy to see the series going reasonably well, then please do drop a like or subscribe to the channel for more. And until then, I have been Mike from Crane and Crane, and I will see you on the next one. Take care.